What is up, YouTube? D Dickens here. Got a cool package today. We got the Yilong pen. We also got a stack of some thermal paper, as well as this cool Bluetooth Stencil printer. We're gonna check all these out. The model number to this printer is ATS886. Color is black. It's compatible with Microsoft, Apple, as well as Android. So we're going to be pulling this out today. We're about to do a hands-on review with it. So get ready, stay tuned, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, so we're back here. I'm about to crack this printer open. We're gonna see what it's all about. I'm going to hook it all up. I believe I just Bluetooth connected to my iPad, load the printer up with the thermal paper, and then print it. And I guess it's supposed to just slide right through and print directly from my iPad. So we'll see what's up with it. Let's check it out. So here's what the printer looks like coming out of the box, okay? Again, this is model ATS886 and the color is black. It is just a tattoo stencil printer. It should come up with everything. I see it comes with looks like a power cord. It does not come with a block, so it looks like I'm gonna have to pop something out of a block and put it onto this. It's got these little foam, maybe for traveling, things like that. Overall, my first impression of this tattoo tattoo thermal printer, it looks relatively cool. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not entirely too sure how this works, as I don't have instructions or anything for it. Here's the original box. Everything came in. Let's see if there's anything in here, like a manual or instruction manual or anything. Okay, there's a user manual. Okay, so let's check this out. So pretty much it says operating instructions, paper feeding through. So it looks as though, all right, power LED, high battery shows green, medium batteries low. Oh, so this is actually completely cordless. So I should be able to just turn this thing on. I'm assuming this is power button. No? All right, we're gonna figure this out. Push button to open coverage. Not as simple as it made out to be, that's for sure. Okay, so there's that. All right, so that is about all it opens. It's right there. Let me grab my iPad here. Turn my Bluetooth settings on. Yeah, we're definitely just stumbling our way through this. Let me turn this printer on. That's cool. I think that's super cool. I don't know what this is called. Mobile phone. Bold N2. I have no idea what that is. Let me see what disappears when I shut this off. Nope, it's definitely going to be the Bold N2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the Bold N2, and I'm going to. It doesn't show that I'm supposed to separate anything. Bold N2 is not successful. Let's try ADT. That was unsuccessful. That's the only two things that I really have. So maybe that there's a way to get Bluetooth instructions going. Oh, I have to download an app to print. Okay, give me a second. App, APP, and then print. So all capital letters. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't search app print. So you search ATS886. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna get it. It's only got 2 reviews on it, 3 stars. So we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna agree to terms. Would you like to use Bluetooth? Okay. Search for device. ATS would like to camera access. That's fine. So I'm going to connect to the device. I found it. Device status. But I think we're connected. So now I'm going to go to, I don't know. Let me go to my Procreate. gallery. I'm just going to print out, we'll just print out a past stencil, and let's just see how this does. We'll print out my old Michael Myers tattoo I did. I'm not sure which way this feeds. Let me open up this spirit paper here. So keep in mind, guys, I've never used this printer before, so it's taking me a little bit. So this is actually just going to be a genuine review on this printer, and then hopefully it said it doesn't show it splitting any of this up at all. So I'm going to just feed this through like this and hope that I'm doing this correctly. I don't know what is going on here. I'm just going to shut that, and then I'm going to push this through and then feed it. I really don't know what's going on with this. Does it go this way? Oh, hold on. I think we're on to something. I have no idea what to do. It does not tell me how to load this paper. Paper feed, push button cover to keep an angle. I'm going to just try this one more time like this. Okay. So far, not so good, guys. All right, holy f, I got it. Just make sure it's nice and straight. Let's keep my instructions up, because this thing's a nightmare. Let's see what this thing's talking about. Share, JPEG, print, printer. What the f? Maybe I can only print from the app? Who knows? Alright, so I can only print photos from this app. So I'm going to print a hummingbird, confirm, and then I don't know, effect, real size, self-adapt, higher, mode, BO1. Okay, so it looks like in the app you can darken or lower it, density, middle, light, effect, real size. Let me see what, okay, so it looks like I can picture edit. Let's kind of crop this down. Okay, so that's not cropping it. Oh, okay, I found out how to style it. It's under layout. Okay, so I'm fucking with it under layout. So let me just print. I mean, that ain't bad. I mean, that ain't bad. You know, okay, so my initial thoughts on this is it ain't bad, okay? I am going to print it off my Epson now, and we'll see quality difference, I'm sure, when we're talking about, you know, a $500 to $1,000 printer setup versus, you know, what we got going on now. So let me add this real quick to I'm not going to mirror anything. Every printer's a little bit different how you mirror it and whatnot. I'm going to print this off my Epson real quick. I didn't change any settings. I didn't change anything on either program. I'm just printing one from Procreate and one from the I don't know if it's ATS or AST or which app it's from. ATS, I'm sorry, ATS886 is this printer. I think it's really cool, actually. You don't have to, I don't know how to explain this. You don't have to like print off of a printer anymore. So I'm gonna find a lot of use for this at a tattoo convention. I mean, I carry my big Epsons around anyway, but this isn't bad. That's not bad. That's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna print a stencil off the way I do stencils. Actually, I just have to save it to my gallery, I believe, and then it'll open up. So you definitely have to save it. You have to add it to your photos. So let me do this. There's gotta be a way to save this to my photos. And here, JPEG, save image. Okay, so I saved the image. So now it'll be in my photo gallery. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna rip this off. This prints a very, very heavy carbon, right? So as you can see, the carbon itself, sorry, I got a space heater on. The carbon itself, it's a very dark stencil. It will work, it 100% will work. And then you have my Epson, in which I have grown to love, right there, boom. So obviously nothing's going to be as clean and clear as an Epson inkjet printer, but, and I'm hinting a but, I have a stencil method, which I have in previous videos of mine, where I show you how I take like full images, such as portraits and things like that, and I turn them into stencils. So I will 100% do one of those right now, and I'm going to print one of these on both. So here's how I do it with the ATS. I do this, I take the middle sheet out, and then what I do is I take the feed button here, boom, pop that sumbitch open, and now I feed this through, which isn't the easiest to do, at least the first time. The second time, not so bad, I got it already. All right, so the second time wasn't too terrible. So I'm just gonna make sure that this is nice and even. I'm gonna clip this shut. Now I'm gonna go back to my ATS app. Let me open up my pictures and photos. I'm gonna select one of my old tattoos that I did a while back. I'm going to edit this because I want it to be a little bit smaller. That way it fits totally on the sheet, okay? And I'm gonna okay, and now I'm going to print this. Okay, this isn't that bad. Like, this genuinely isn't that bad. I'm actually relatively surprised about this. I mean, that ain't bad. I mean, that ain't bad at all. All right, now I'm gonna go to my Procreate, and I'm going to print it off my Epson printer. The same exact stencil. I actually turned an image into a stencil. I can actually show you guys the tattoo as well, with the tattoo finished. I was able to do this tattoo at Resurrection Island. I won a few awards off it. I don't remember which ones. It was a super cool tattoo. But anyway, I'm getting back to printing this off of Epson, and I'm going to compare it to the ATS886 printer, which is completely wireless. I mean, you don't even need a power cable. To me, that's fucking cool. So here's a charger for it. Here's the actual printer. That's pretty gnarly. So I have this one printing out here. While we wait, the reason I'm wearing gloves, guys, is I don't like with my hands all day. Some people don't mind. I don't like it. All right, so this itself is the actual print. It's definitely super saturated. It really burns the carbon paper. Like, it really burns it on there. I don't think I'm supposed to burn it onto this sheet, but I guess it's possible. I feel like it would just, the heat would have to go through double the layer, so I don't think that this middle sheet goes in. I definitely think that this is a cool printer so far. I don't know if this is true Spirit paper. This paper came in the packaging of the printer, so I can't compare this to Spirit paper. I do have Spirit paper. I mean, we got a piece of Spirit paper. I'm gonna print the same one off of Spirit paper, just to see, and we're gonna lay this on somebody's back. This here, all right, so the size is a little bit different. You can see how crisp and clear this stencil is. An inkjet stencil printer, there just is no comparison to the inkjet stencils. There isn't. It's so clear, it's so crisp, it's really hard to win. This was the paper that they gave me. It's also really crisp, I'm not gonna lie. It's very dark as well. I like it. So now I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna try a piece of Spirit paper. One thing I love about this printer so far is it's 100% wireless. Like, there's not even power cords. I absolutely love that you just charge it and you go about your day. So there's already no middle sheet in this Spirit paper. You can see this is the 11 by 14, or I'm sorry, the 14-inch sheet. So I'm gonna pop the feeding button open, and I'm going to feed this thing through, and I'm going to show you guys how it prints on Spirit paper. Yeah, and honestly, after the first one, it's actually relatively easy. after the first one to get this thing to print. So there we go, we're already clipped in. We're gonna go back to the ATS app and I'm going to print. Boom, and it's coming through already. It's definitely more responsive than the other printer. It doesn't take as long to transfer or send anything over. It does not like this paper. It's not printing. Maybe I gotta flip it over. Maybe Spirit paper is a little bit different. There is no middle sheet, but we'll figure this out. We're gonna flip it over and try again. Because it definitely didn't print anything to it. Yeah, it printed nothing over. As you can see, there's nothing on the sheet. So we're just going to flip it this way. And this is why I do what I do. I love to kind of experience different products on the market, see the usability, kind of give you guys answers before you order this stuff offline, let you know that it works or it doesn't work, or if it's a gimmick or not. So far the printer is really cool. I'm really hoping that it does work with Spirit paper, as obviously that's probably one of the more popular stencil papers on the market right now. So we're gonna try it again. Boom, and it's printing already through. It literally transfers in 2 seconds. It does not take long for this to come through. I don't see anything coming through, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a different sheet of Spirit paper. And as you guys know, Spirit paper does have freehand paper, and Spirit paper also has thermal paper. This is 100% thermal paper, as the freehand paper has the white hard backing, and this does not. So this sheet definitely has the insert of the middle sheet here protecting the other layer. I'm really hoping that this works on this one, because it's going to be pretty disappointing if it doesn't for me, because it works so well with the other paper, and I'm not quite sure what the brand of the paper is that they sent with the printer. And like the tattoo supply shops around Erie, Pennsylvania, they don't have oh, I think I know what the problem is. Okay, so I'm actually gonna pull this out real quick. I'm gonna pull the yellow backing off, or actually, you know what, I'm gonna put the yellow backing through first, because it's probably gonna be easier to pull it through this way. So I'm going to pull this through like this, guys, on the Spirit paper, and that's going to give me direct contact with the carbon. I think that might have been the issue with the other one. It just wasn't connecting enough heat with it. So here we go, boom. Again, this is Spirit paper, and now I'm going to print, boom, and it's already running through. That was the problem. I didn't separate the back sheet from the front sheet. And I'm going to be honest with you, it looks a lot more cleaner with the Spirit paper than it did with the paper that they sent me. I can already tell. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera or not. It's not bad. It's not bad. So we're gonna give a direct comparison of all 3 stencils real quick. I can definitely tell off of the paper itself which one is which. So, and also it states Spirit paper at the very top corner here. So I'm going to take this little gem and stick it to the side, because I want to show you guys what the Spirit paper looks like. I mean, that is fucking crispy clear. Like, I don't know if you guys use thermal printers or not. Like, they don't print that clean. Like, that's clean. That's a very, very good stencil. And everybody knows Spirit paper has some of the best stencils, and it's very tough to get them off. This here is the cheaper paper they sent me. You can see it's a little blotched. It's definitely bolder. There's not as many clean lines or cuts from the thermal transfer itself. It's also very glossy, as you can see. And this is just comparing the 2 side by side of the Spirit paper and the, I'm gonna say, cheaper Spirit stencil paper, because I mean, we've all been there. You can see there is a difference. It's almost like a matte versus a gloss. That's so clear. The Spirit paper is so clean and clear. And then this cheaper paper's got like a very big gloss to it. And then you have, to me, it's night and day. I absolutely love my inkjet. I'm not gonna lie. These stencils last a long time for me. I've used both the cheap inkjet ink as well as the real inkjet stencil ink. It's night and day. Like, it's lights out. Like, this is the inkjet stencil, and you have to have the inkjet stencil ink. Like, there's no other way, because the cheap stuff, it wipes away really easy. It prints very, the opacity of it's very light. Even if you put it on the darkest setting, it just doesn't print saturated. This is the cleanest, clearest stencil out of them all. But, and I'm hensing a but here, I would use this. I would be able to use this stencil. I mean, this is printing absolutely amazing to me, actually. I'm relatively surprised. No other thermal printer on the market, I feel like, prints this clear. So, with that being said, this is G. Dickens. This was the ATS886 printer. Go out, try it. It's really actually a decent printer. I don't mind it at all. It took me a second to get it. This video is already about 20 to 30 minutes. It took me about 20 to 30 minutes learning curve to figure this thing out, as well as download it on my computer. I'm sorry, my iPad. It's not bad. I'm actually very excited. I will be taking this thing to conventions with me. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to review this and try this. If I were to have to give this thing a rating, I would give this thing a rating a 5 out of 5 stars. We're gonna come back to it. I'm gonna give you guys the battery life. I'm gonna give you guys all like building quality, if I've had any issues with it, things like that. But you gotta give me a few months of using this thing. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. It's G. Dickens. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see me review next. Peace.